Good evening, teacher and everyone. We are all going to present about Artesanías Maki and the members Ramírez Montalbán Grisley, Rodríguez Estrada Yahaira, Miranda Laureano, Oscar Franco, Lega Cabanillas Yannitza, and me, Lozano Pinedo María Fernanda. Next, please. Chapter 1. Innovation Techniques. Key partners. Clashmen, small products, local government, state government, retail challenge, key activities, link the concept or free value for products, integrate a diversity and solid theme, local placements in visor areas, relatation with three parties for of cities, value proposal, friendly concept like that of the commerce store, but with the operation of the convenience store, handle common consumer products respecting that they do not exceed a percent of the total inventory on display. Case observed, seed capital or crowdfunding for the operative strains and working capital for the operative strains. Sources of income, the physical sale of handcraft would be on measures and it would be mailed in cash at the point of sale and with TDC. The second source will be on-site demonstration, special and sensory sales, cost structures, or main cost in the fair price that we would reach with the producer, artisan, and is a value cost. In essential, we would use economy of scale through the sale of pay with our products and that are reflected in articulate graph, several pieces of same concept. Channels, local retail channels that can work with its offshore associations or franchise later. Customer segment, specialized public, handcrafts, houses, galleries, souvenir shop, general public, artists. Next, please. 45 forces, current competitors, potential competitors, suppliers, customer substitute products.
P. Pastel. Denmark is constitutional monarchy. The system and tradition is Denmark based on politics of consensus. GDP per capita is vigor indication of the standard of living and in the case Denmark, according to International Monetary Fund, Denmark is one of the most competitive economies in the world. All citizens have the right to health, social security, and education service free of charge. The in Denmark ranking fish in the ETC Developing Index, the Danish government ranks 10 best in the Washington ranking for two component in as we become the benchmark country where instead of ecology awareness, the Danish for industry is also of the way to becomes organic the recycled return system in Denmark with the flexper system. Il parliamentary monarchy power is not existed as is other monarchies, bitter king. These toyeties secors rules whose main attribute is that of arbiter and mediator in national politics, that of laws and that of establish diplomatic relations with of their country, facilities spontaneous of the country's Steve. Next, please. As good, stretch, in quality alpaca fiber, good characteristics, natural soft, hypoallergenic, free trade agreement, more sustainable calmer, weirdness, alpaca fiber depend on less aware competitive, lack of transparency, love of delivery times, raw material prices are going to a lot, lack of the reputation of market and textile products, lack of alpaca promotion strategy, do not to high trough, to Danish Buber manage of their clients in USA, China, Italy. Opportunities, relative preference to for native fibers, room to grow the use of alpaca in material products, mixes reaching a laughter target group. Space to grow creative awareness for it use alpaca, trend of more transparent, fair and sustainable product, chain not only focus on price. Third, productivity competition is Asia and Europe, large knowledge of the Danish consumer of alpaca. Alpaca from Peru is not suitable for fashion. Next, please. Product adaptation, client profiles. The target market for its product is customer of Denmark. Denmark is comes at the blinkheads of the Nordic country of Nordics with they represent the most important textile markets in five Nordic countries, the Dars and the people with the hills portions power in the interior European Union. Denmark has very high GDP and Latin population. Next, please.
Good evening,
Chapter
teacher.
2.
I'm Yahaira, and in chapter 2, we will talk about barriers to access to the target markets and customs barriers. It is important to bear in mind that in the export of our products, there are many tariff items in which we have used to be able to specify what we are really going to export. That is why the ad valorem tax that will be considered when our products enter to the country of destinations, which in this case is Denmark, will be detailed specifically for each tariff item. Next, please. No tariff barriers. Well, there is legislations in which it deals with the requirements of the labeling of these textile products, where it is mentioned that the labeling contains the necessary and adequate information about these textile products, as well as informing consumers of the composition of the main fiber that is being used. Using for products manufacturing other ways, if the label does not contain all the aforementioned information, it cannot be marketed in the country. target market selection. Denmark is a relatively small country, excluding Greenland and Faroe Islands, both under its jurisdictions, with 5.7 million inhabitants. The Thons are the people with the highest purchasing power in the entire union. For this reason, we choose the country of Denmark to export and commercialize our product.
Okay. Hi, teacher. My name is Jannitza. Okay, we will talk about the most important for the chapter 3. Next, please. Okay, marketing plan is order for the company to establish has large variety is important and significant to make it a considerable inverse marketing or marketing plan. We build our tool for the international trader is the selection market. Our marketing objectives are the proposed under current of consolidated strategy for our product has with the general correct leave it to work on the company on the part of our clients. Next, please. Marketing objectives. Market or brand know to that we know very with the mark is the country we have demand for fashion and is brand the our favorite Amazon chase. Second, launch new design and collection. Since our company is dedicated to the textile sector, launch new design, collecting every standardization will be of great benefit of US. Three is after new customer, with the class and the effective object will get many more people, US. We can communicate with the famous people, market the goals and the other. For increase export to the mark. It is a note that other country export with or gram in the low quality because is this we aim to increase export with the our brand. Next, please.
Good evening, teacher. About this PPT and objective SMART. S, increase the volume of the company's exports, enter new European markets to become the leading export company. About M, increase the volume of the company's exports, enter new markets, to be the leading export company in. Letter A, increase the volume of exports, doubling exports, enter new European markets offering and improving added value. To become the lending company, be building a warm human team. Letter R, increase the volume of exports, doubling export to position the product in the mind of the consumer. Enter new European markets, improving added value and undertaking new businesses with more clients. To become the lending company, building our human the team with key and quality products. Letter T, increase the volume of exports, doubling export to position the products in the mind of the consumer in a period of 2 years. Enter new European markets, improving the added value and undertaking new businesses with more clients in time of 2 years. To become the lending company, building our human team with key and quality products for the next 2 years. Market entry strategy. First, the area in charge must have an excellent professional in the file that allow us to know consumer strength through the use of statistical tools and include quantitative and qualitative analysis of the market. Second, analyze the competitions. For this point, we must observe that other strategies are using companies that are also dedicated to the same field of our company. In this way, we can identify what those consumers have when facing new situations. And finally, know the consumer. In order to enter a new market, we must do a previous reading or study to find out what are the tastes, preferences, and purchasing trends of consumers. We don't want to expand our portfolio without first identifying the true needs of our clients. About the chapter 4, operations plan. First, directory, he or she oversees supervising the following areas. For example, operations management, finance manager, marketing management, logistic manager, and human resources manager. About the second, general management, job description, marketing manager, for example, sales manager, marketing assistant manager, sales coordinator, marketing management secretary, head of advertising, advertising assistant, head of marketing relay, and both advertising assistant and graphic designer.
Okay, 3, operation manager. Job description, age, example, and 1, the pie manager of the operation, 2, secretary of the operation manager, 3, design supervision, 4, design operator, 5, warehouse manager, 6, grocer, 7, warehouse operations operation, and finally, 8 is warehouse operation.
For marketing management and job descriptions, the first is marketing manager, marketing assistant manager, marketing management secretary, and sales manager, sales coordinator, head and advertising assistant, head of marketing related, and graphic designer.
5. Logistic management, job description, logist manager, logist deputy manager, assistant of Bintan context, service assistant general, logist manager, secretariat. Next, please. Number 6, finance manager. Job description, finance manager, finance deputy manager, finance manager secretariat, head of the accounts unit, accounting specialist, cost analyst. Next, please.
Human resources management. Job description, human resources manager, human resources duplicacy manager, secretary of human resources management, training coordinator, human resources specialist.
Okay, and continue with the exposition. Now we are speaking the last point, chapter 3, chapter 5. I'm sorry. Next. Okay, performa internally investment. Performance is important. The commercial share size is the minimal information on the commercial side is acted to both parents. There are some important requirements that all format must have some the team average. For example, other identification super, 2, the identification the cleaner, 3, and 3, the description of product unit price and the total price. Next, please. Okay, in the picture is a factory. Is the board is It's important use a format so that our clients have the necessary information about the product. The format is live about or the buyer confirming his that and the selling operation. Next.
Okay, about the initial investment. The initial investment of our company projected for the realization in the year 2021 is divided by some factors already explained above, for example, cost of material, workforce costs, electricity, maintenance, general expenses, among other. About the financial plan, three types of elements to include in the investment plan. One, company constitutions, expense, preparation of deed of incorporation to the mercantile registry for registration to the treasury for taxes, and etc. Two, fixed assets, non-tangible fixed assets and property, plant and equipment. Three, current assets. They include payments to suppliers and employees, as well as the payment of the rent for the premises you have for rent. About the business plan for the creation of company for design and manufacture flow of clothing, hands-free, property equipment, 150 millions, administrative expensive, uh, um, 35 that 20, commercialization expensive 200, factory expenses 4 million.
Well, income statement. The following data are the assumptions to be able to carry or out a financial statement. Next, please. Apparent in assumptions. Next, please. Well, income statement. In the income statement, as can be in the following table, it is observed that during the next few years, the price per unit will remain at 60 soles, while the initial units will increase according to each period. The total sales will be the multiplication of the price with the units. The cost of material is 25 soles for each unit. Then it will be multiplied 25 by 8,000 in the first year. For the following years, it will be according to the units. So it will be for each variable cost. For profit before post, it will be the sum of all fixed cost. For next profit, it will be the sum of profit before taxes less interest and taxes. Next.
I will mention our project balance sheet. We observed that from 2021, there is a fixing in sales until we reach 2025, when we see more profits and perpetually is more fixed and stable. Next, please.
Next, please. uh, cash flow to year 0 to 6 variations in 40 fishes years. 600 and in the second is 900 sols for its EBITS flow is based on fixed squads. Working capital were added for each year product salary in sols of the operating salary. If the 10% the product salary, the depreciation will is sold for cash. Are the sum of the heaps of the operations, profit, favors, taxes, the income tax, and the summer to have uns the emis February is the need operant the 30 Rexis wheels for the year 40 seconds and for the year class. Next, please.